When I was very little, I used to cry a lot. I would cry when I was happy, cry when I was sad, just cry, 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 cry. And there was a lady that said to my mom, sure, Benita's got a lot of water in her head. And the thing is that she was actually right. Because what I found with my own sons when they were very little was they had all this pent up energy that was very much cerebral, it was very mental. And then they would just explode and express through tears. And 2 minutes later, just toddle off and be fine. So crying is a very powerful way to release. Now, coming back to the story. So what happened was I was very sensitive as a child. And then as I grew up and I started to observe the world around me and see that expression of emotion was not only not acceptable, but really created discomfort in the people around me, I started to build a shell around my heart. And as I grew older and older, the shell got harder and harder. So much so that when very big, dramatic, painful events unfolded in my life, I was almost able to just skim past it. And people would say, wow, you're really strong. That's not strength. So, what happened is that it took two nervous breakdowns for that shell to be broken open and for me to realize that building your castle on a sand, emotionally building your castle on a sand, and thinking that everything is fine and that you've got it under wraps, that it's all good, it is simply that. It is a castle built on sand. So, I guess why I'm sharing this is that it doesn't have to be this traumatic for everyone else. I found really helpful and practical tools for being able to access your emotions and work with them in a very healthy way. So in other words, I'm not saying let's all sing kumbaya and braid each other's hair, but there is something very powerful about being able to stay centered whilst at the same time being able to engage your emotions. I can tell you what, it was two very painful experiences for me, steeped in suffering second to none from my perspective, but I wouldn't change it for the world because there is no way to live when you are living in a closed off way, when your heart is closed off to all that's around you. Because yes, you may not experience the pain, but you really don't get to experience the joy of life in the way that you want to. So, why am I saying all this? Over the next couple of days, I'm going to share a couple of breathing techniques, some yoga exercises, gentle ways in which you can start to tread into the center of yourself and access the heart and the power that emotions bring to our world and the color that they bring to our world. Thanks.